Welcome to our first video in our parenting series. In this video what we're going to cover is how to deal with a baby who may have a little bit of colic. A lot of hospitals like to use the term colic. It kind of covers a lot of things, ranging from general fussiness to gas to acid indigestion. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to assume that your child has a gas problem. And what you can do to check and see if your child has a gas problem is just to go ahead and feel around their stomach. And if you feel across what is called the transverse colon, goes right across their stomach right here, you're going to feel it kind of hard, maybe a little bit bulgy, and you might see your child settle down when you're pressing on it. If you see that, chances are your child's got a lot of gas built up in both his transverse and his descending colon. And there's a really simple exercise that you can do to help your child get rid of this excess gas. What you're going to want to do is go ahead and get a hold of your child's legs, kind of like this. Get him up with his pelvis, and just start rocking his pelvis back and forth gently. And see how he settles down, starts to smile? Because what you're doing is you're putting pressure on that transverse and descending colon. And what that's going to do is it's going to start working the gas out. So you're going to start hearing your kid fart, probably grunt. That's completely normal. What you want to do is push just enough to indent their stomach about a ½ inch. And as you can see, he just tooted. Just keep going like that, and you'll continue to work the gas out of him. You're probably going to get some poop with it, maybe a little bit of gas. But if you're doing it right, he's not going to fuss. He might grunt, but he won't fuss. And after the first couple sessions, he'll go ahead and he'll start helping you out with this. Now, with my son, the first time we did this, he did kind of fight it a little bit, was a little upset, but once he figured out it was helping him, he started helping along right away. As you can see, little Ryan here wants to continue to help and kick his feet out. And just rotate it back and forth like that until you're not getting anything else out of him. A little squirt. And then just kind of go ahead and feel back around that transverse colon. Now what you should feel is you should feel it kind of squishy. Your child should show some signs of relief, maybe even some cooing, some smiling, general eye contact with you. And that's going to show you that your child is feeling relief from the symptoms of colic and gas in his stomach. See, as we palpate his stomach here, we palpate the left upper quadrant, right upper quadrant, and the lower quadrants. You can feel it's pretty squishy. You can see that it's squishy. And he seems to be in a generally better mood after this. So again, what you want to do is go ahead, pick his legs up like this in your hands, and just rotate his pelvis forward. And if you're doing it right, you're going to hear gas release, you're going to hear your child grunt a little bit, but you're going to see his position improve greatly from this. And this can be repeated 2-3 times a day, kind of as needed. And I would recommend, at least for the first little bit, using this in correlation with maybe some Mylicon, but you don't have to. This is a standalone treatment for colic. And as you can see, he's happy, he's relieved, and we are done with our first segment. Thank you for joining us today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below or on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+.